Okay, my name is Steve Cross. I was born in 1955 in Portsmouth, Virginia. Currently living in Garland, Texas.
What was it like living in Portsmouth, Virginia?
Well, I don't remember the first years too well because we left there before I started school. I do remember leaving Virginia and taking a train, a passenger train, which you don't see much anymore, and going to Cheyenne, Wyoming. My dad had gotten a new job there, so we were following along. But I do remember that train. That train was huge. And probably one of the first things that sticks in my mind.
When and why did you come here to Texas?
Well, came here to Texas just because that's where Dad went to work, or the company that he went to work for was going to be at. So it was kind of a long way around to get here, because when we left Virginia, going to Cheyenne, Wyoming, the company he was with was building ICBM missile silos in all that flatland out there. So we went from Cheyenne, Wyoming was like the first year of school, and then the second year of school I was in Dallas, and then in the second grade we moved to Cocoa Beach, Florida, where they were building launching pads for the Gemini space missions. And that was, I do remember quite a bit about Florida. That was because at that time, it was a pretty exciting place to be, because it was during the space race, and I went to school with a lot of kids that their dads were aerospace engineers, or some kind of engineer, and it was kind of a boom town. Our school there was mostly barracks, because they didn't have time to build the schools for the influx of people. And being there, I remember Dad waking us up in the middle of the night. We'd go outside and watch some missile taking off, going across the sky, or I do remember having John Glenn come to our grade school and talk to us. I remember tracking hurricanes in school, and that was a pretty interesting time. But I was only there for about a year and a half. And after that, went back to Dallas, and got here in time for third grade, and I think it was third grade, and that was when the Kennedy assassination happened here in Dallas. So it was, I was following history, I guess, is what I would call it. But anyway, being here in Dallas is okay. It was there was a lot of, I guess we felt a little out of place for a while, doing all that moving by the time I was in third grade. So, but been here mostly in Dallas ever since. Even now, living in Garland, it's just a few miles from where I grew up.
Where did you first work at?
I think my first job was with a mechanical contractor that my dad worked for, Sam P. Wallace Company, and I worked in the scrap yard or pipe yard for a summer, and we cleaned it up and got rid of old scrap pipe, and kept sorted fittings and repaired trucks and just kind of straightened things up for one summer. I remember it would only paid about $2 an hour, but, and it was hot. My gosh, it was hot that summer. I know we had a thermometer on the fence, and it registered over 110 at times. But anyway, that was my first job.
And where do you currently work at?
Right now I work for Brant Engineering. I'm the North Texas Commissioning Manager, and I've worked for them since 2004. So I guess it's been 8.5 years now.
And what's it like working there currently?
Well, they're a big company, and things are a little corporate around there right now, but I think we're the largest in Texas at the moment. We have offices in San Antonio and Houston, branch offices in Austin and Waco. And we've done some work in New Mexico, Oklahoma. I think we're getting ready to do some work in Louisiana. But they're a pretty big outfit. I like it. It's interesting work.
When was it that you met Belinda?
I met your mom in '74, and we were both working at Sears. I was working in the maintenance department, and she was working in sales. And I was 1 year out of high school, and she was still in high school. And even though we went to the same high school, we never had met each other because the school had 1,000 graduating class, so it was a big place, and we didn't know each other until we met there at Sears, and she's been the only one ever since.
How long have y'all been married?
We've been married for 35 years. Just celebrated a 35th anniversary last, when was it? June, so yeah, long time.
And what are your hobbies?
Oh, don't have much time for hobbies lately. I think the latest thing that I've got a new Jeep that I'm really proud of, and it's for someone 57 years old, I guess it's kind of a midlife crisis or past midlife crisis to have, but really enjoyed it.
And why do you like doing your hobby?
Well, I like, the reason I wanted to get the Jeep is because I could see it in, aside from a motorcycle, which is kind of a personal thing, you can kind of include your whole family in it, and it's something that gets you outside, gets you in the scenery, and puts you into nature and places that you'd never normally find.
And when was it that you got the Jeep?
Oh, that was probably, well, it was November of 2011, so it's not quite 2 years old now.
And what was the last thing you had beforehand?
The last hobby that I had, or?
It was the last, or what other hobbies do you do besides looking at?
Oh, well, I think I've always had a motorcycle since I was probably 14, but right now I've just got one, and it doesn't run, so I don't know if you'd consider that a hobby. I do like guns, do some target shooting and that kind of thing, and Other than that, I like to work on cars and work on things that try to make them do better. Always enjoyed mechanical things and taking them apart, modifying them, whatever.